So for my volunteer service project, I chose to volunteer at a nursing home, and the place is actually called Letcher Manor. And what they kind of do is you go there, usually it's older people, and they just give them their basic needs. My mom is actually an RN nurse there, so that's kind of why I chose to volunteer there, because I kind of grew up there. She's worked there since I was in elementary school, so it was just, I've been there, I've talked to the patients before. I love going there and visiting them because some of them doesn't get visitors quite often, so I like to do that. The kind of work I did, I usually went on Sundays and volunteered for church. The reason I did that day was because when I went to volunteer, when I talked to the woman about it, she pretty much told me I could choose any day to come and volunteer. But I'd asked her what day they need more volunteers. And she said the one they needed, volunteers for, which was Sunday for church. So I would go there, and I would get there kind of early because we would go around the nursing home, down each hall, and kind of ask all the residents if they would like to come and join us for church. Some of them needed help. I would have to push some of them in their wheelchair. Some of them could walk, but just kind of needed you there in case they would fail or something. Once we got there, they all get like a glass of water. Many of them bring their Bibles, and they have a preacher. The church service usually doesn't last as long as like a normal church service. I guess that's because they don't want to keep the residents that long. It usually lasts 30 minutes to an hour, just depending. My experience was a lot of the residents had to actually be taken out of the room during the church service because they would be screaming or just having panic attacks. So during the service, they would need help. The people I was volunteering for would need help to take the residents out of the room because they were having a hard time sitting there listening, which kind of shocked me because I wouldn't think that would have happened. And what also shocked me is how many people that are residents there that does not contribute to the activities that are offered there. There's many people that just doesn't leave their room, so they have to keep track of that. The kind of work that I would like to do as a social worker, I'm not really sure if I want to work with kids or older adults yet. I really like the nursing home, and they do have a social worker there, so I think I might want to work there in the future.